Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where we've got a huge program, and we're going to be talking about the Chapter Challenge, because we get a lot of queries. What is the Chapter Challenge? And it's a unique concept, and I think a wonderful concept. Has certainly helped KwaZulu-Natal racing and trainers and owners unbelievably. Even the jockeys get their share. But before that, we've got some sporting news. And what happened to Spurs first?
Yeah, again, we'll let a man Centaur played second half with a man short, and they might have burgled it. But Watford could have won it. They were pressing forward there at the post when it was 1-1. But again, it's the fifth game in a row now we've conceded first. It'll have to turn soon, but because even with that draw, we moved up to sixth because Burnley got beat. They dropped to seventh. But at the top, I thought Arsenal were a bit stiff. Your team was stiff. They played well. They had chances. They were very good against United.
Yeah, they played against 10 men in the last 10 minutes too, and they couldn't even get a goal.
Yeah, but James, they gave away two at the beginning.
Gave away two. Well, that's right. We've got a defence that's leakier than the sieve in my bathroom.
James, the goalkeeper got man of the match for Man United, so that's
well, he was fantastic. De Gea is the best goalkeeper around.
Yeah, he is the best goalkeeper around. And James, again, Man City, West Ham parked the bus and they burgled it after going one down. They came back to win. And Chelsea looked strong. They were way too good for the boys from up north.
The difference is a team like Man City can go one down and go and win the game. We go two down. De Gea kept them alive.
Yeah.
But really, there was some of those gold mouth struggles and scuffles and whatever.
Could have gone.
When you got a guy like Aguero or one of those real sharpshooters, they bury the ball. That's it. You never see it. Yeah. Kane. Yeah.
Harry Kane. Doing well. Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool gave Brighton something to go back to the seaside with. The Seagulls became seaweed.
Yeah.
They were rolled 5-1. They were never in it, and they're very good going forward. Liverpool, superb going forward.
Okay.
So that's that. But I think, again, James, would be remiss of me not to get straight on to the rugby, Alistair Coetzee's situation.
Well, I tipped it last week again.
Yeah, you did.
They'd give us a very hard game. I didn't realise they weren't even playing their A side.
Yeah.
Where they played their C side. There were about 4 or 5 guys not playing for them. Yeah, down by the seaside. And it is just a horrific game of rugby to watch as a South African supporter. There is no vision. You're playing people out of position.
Yeah.
As a couple of my experts at Summerfeld told me, how can you play people out of position?
Lots at flank and things like that. Wings at full back. You're right.
What is interesting, and this is the acid test, is that a guy like the fullback who plays for the Lions, when he plays for the Lions, he's decisive, he runs, he creates gaps, he's fantastic. When he plays for the Springboks, he's always turning into
It's a different ballgame, James.
You know why? Because he's got no confidence to be able to play the game that he knows how to play. Now, how can
he's had enough chances?
The Lions play so well with the same.
But James, what's happening to the high ball? Every team puts a high ball on us now. Boom, knock on their ball. The Welsh were 14-0 up before you could say Jack.
And we've now learned that you're not allowed to kick the ball away, so all we do is run the ball laterally across the field.
Yeah.
Listen,
James Coetzee's got to go.
Well, if you
they
look
said he was going before the Welsh game.
If you look at his statistics, okay, he is the worst coach South Africa have ever had. He's less than 40% win games, okay? Yeah. That is an unbelievably bad statistic.
The stats worse on away games.
Well, when you look at the guys who've been good with us, Donnie Craven was up there, obviously one of the best, but then there's Jake White, who had the most tested as a Springbok coach.
They played the big guns.
They always played the big guns. They never played Georgia and Italy and all
Japan,
these teams. Yeah. And we had some fantastic coaches. Heineke Meyer was up there with the best.
Who was the Transvaal boy who never lost a game? He died of cancer.
Yeah, Kitch Christie.
15
and 15.
Yeah,
never lost a game.
So James, they are a big. It's the nation's pride. We bug it. Thank God the Blitzboks made us smile.
Well, this is the question you beg to ask. You say South African sport this, that, and the other because of the whole sort of thing where you got to have so many this and that and the other in your team. The Blitzboks are coached by a proper coach.
Yeah.
He took over from Paul True.
Yeah, a good coach.
Who was a great coach, and we were very good under Paul True.
Good
and
succession plan.
This guy is just as good.
Yeah.
And they've just won again, and they won.
They are a
champions.
good team. They're every facet.
They're properly coached. They're quick. They're big. They're strong. They defend beautifully. They're just a pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
Why can't our rugby team be like that?
No, Alice Coetzee's got to go. And Jim,
I think telling Mac, I said, play golf with Ian McIntosh. I said, you got to get the call up, Wood.
Yeah.
Next week they're going to call you.
Well, it's him or...
He was a great coach, Mac.
Or the waiter in my club or something like that who do a better job. But James, what about lasting Tiger Woods? I know you're a golfing man. Good to see him back.
Oh, I was so pleased to see him playing well. You know, it just was. It's fantastic and hopefully next year he gets out there. He's swinging the club beautifully. He's shooting under par.
What's his love life like?
Well, probably just better. That's the thing. I think it went through a rocky patch. So did his golf. That's what happened. Remember Sergio Garcia when he broke up with Greg Norman's daughter? He couldn't make the cut, Sergio.
Yeah.
You know. Now he's happy, married. You know, jovial.
So
Spaniard.
Tiger could come back to
Tiger will be back.
A great level.
Yeah, I think.
Jim, let's talk horses.
Are there horses to talk?
Yeah, we got some rice ones to talk about.
Okay, let's go and have a look at 3 to follow. Right, let's go and have a look at Saturday, the 2nd of December at Turfentine. And Paul Peter's got quite a nice string together, and this looks like it's no different. This horse was a bit unlucky and only greenness, and that he actually ended up racing against the favourite all the way down the straight, got him the last 100. He'll win next time. St. Michael, lovely looking horse. Let's go and pick him up.
Yeah, it's a good run. All the talk for this race was in Famous Fox. It ran in the famous Eustis Silks. And this horse we picked up is 2 off the right. The grey horse going up the middle is in Famous Fox, or Infamous Fox, who they were all talking about. And the eventual winner is alongside the horse we picked. And this horse shows good speed, Jim, on the outside.
He wasn't that well away. He suddenly got there up there. He's got lovely action, this horse, St. Michael. He's by Path Fork, you know, they can run. He's out of a King Mambo mare. A lot to like about this horse. I like that. I really like the look of him, and I like the way he strode on. He put the grey under pressure and looked like he's going to win the race, and then just had done too much.
Yeah, Takaduma's your winner, and that's just in behind with the red silks. And came up the outside. The runner-up runs a very good race, Luna Dancer. But here, this is a first-timer in St. Michael, who's now, the grey comes under pressure. Something's amiss. The grey's not going to go on. And for all intents and purposes, it's been a very good run. He's trying to rally here, James, and they come back to beat him, but very good debut.
Yeah, I think just here, he'd just had enough. He'd broken the heart of the grey horse, and he just got run out of it. But he'll win next time.
Rajo Stud, the breeders.
Yeah, Rajo Stud. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one, and we're going to go and have a look at Scottsville, race 2, I think it was. Yeah, race 2. Louis Goosen also got a good string. He's making waves in KwaZulu-Natal, drinks the right water, apparently. You know, water is what is wonderful, something like that. I don't want to give him a plug because he doesn't deserve it.
No, he doesn't
But
deserve
you know
it.
what? At the end of the day,
His water's working.
his water's working, which is good for Louis. Fleek, as a main aim, bred by Anti Maroon, who owns the horse. Let's go and have a look at this. This runs a very nice race.
Anthony Maroon, okay, yeah. Owner, breeder.
Yeah, does a lot.
Yeah, adenoids. Here we go, a bit up in the air, but this is a debut. It's a race that I thought the 2 favourites would fight it out, and they eventually did fight it out. The winner's going down the left is Prosecco, having its second run for Alistair Gordon. Arthur Marcus rides it. And then Warren Kennedy rides on the outside, a horse called Love Theme. And these are the 2. But the horse we found is getting a nice, easy ride to close up the gap here, Jim.
Yeah, it's Gav Lorena's riding. It's got the big white face, got lovely action too. Prosecco, I thought was a bit lucky here. With both of these horses we picked up as horses to follow. I went with Prosecco. Marcus told me that he liked the other one, Love Theme, but that's what he says. He was like that. Anyway, watch Love Theme. Warren unfortunately drops his rein
Yeah,
here,
he loses
which
his
I
reins
think
on the outside.
actually
Look at that.
probably cost him the race. That's
Looks
3 or
like
4
he's knitting a
strides.
jersey on the outside.
Then he suddenly
Pearl
got it.
Plain, but he's got it back in. But the horse has drifted away from the fence. fence, and it's given Arthur the chance. But the horse you found, James, staying on
well, and probably needed the run. I think that Louis Corson said that was the case. Ran a good race. We're going to move on to the next race, race 3, and this is your horse now. Interestingly enough, this horse had won his barrier trial. He showed that he could run, but he was, he just looks like a very nice horse.
Oh, he's a beautiful
barrier
horse.
trial, he jumped out okay?
No, lost 3.5 lengths. It came from last in the barrier trial. We took him back to the pens Thursday of the race. Jumped, flew out with the stops there, flew out again. We're all happy. 3 days later, he doesn't jump again. But he's a full brother to Orbison.
Oh,
he was the best 3-year-old of his year.
He's a very, very nice horse, this. And you go and pick him up. How he ran third was hard to believe. Let's go and pick up the race.
Yeah, you can see the handler's got him here. And he tries to get away on terms with him, but he just goes up and to the right, and suddenly he's in behind them. They don't wait around in these races. And who's at the back? Tailed off, but our horse, the Bayou, who's never in the race. The Dregeda is on the outside fence. That is the winner. And the one who gives him a race, Kazan, is in Brian Bernard's colours. But if you have a look here, this horse is miles back, going nowhere. He's trying to chase him up to the backpack.
Well, if you find him, he's about 6 off the left-hand side of your screen in the red and gold colours. They look like gold, but they're green, I think.
Yeah, red and green.
And he's got a white stripe. He's just passing the horse with the yellow now. But look where the front horses are. Dregeda on the outside, and on the inside, Kazar. And this horse has still got absolutely no chance of running in the first 4. So people can't say we don't pick up your horses, and they can't say that we do pick up your horses to give you a plug. This horse deserves to go on it.
Oh, yeah,
I think you should be looking for a bit of ground.
Oh yeah, his brother Orbison ran third in the July one, the SA Classic. As I say, the best horse of his generation. He couldn't run a place for miles out.
Even here,
he's just starting to learn what it's all about. He really is a smart 3-year-old. This. And he's eating up the ground. And if he'd have jumped on terms, it would be very interesting.
If he jumped on terms, it shouldn't have happened. So we're going to take a little look at what shouldn't happen.
Take one key, unlock the bag inside the hidden one key, then you take another one, then unlock all the pieces and all the keys in the hidden inside. Take everything out. 我先开，你去小开一点。
没有。
想要的 hospital.
It's hard when Matthew de Kock's trying to get the remote away from the pony, the stable pony, and the pony wants to see the cartoon channel, and he wants to watch DSTV 239.
You look at that pony; he looks like Donald Trump with that quiff and that. But Matthew's stuck.
Donald Trump would be pleased that
Matthew's stuck there. You can see Matthew trying to
no,
get him on.
No chance of moving.
Yeah,
we're going to have a look at the plum of the week.
Very Max, Prince of Cahal, then Harlan County, Kings County, Surcharge being asked the question, got a length to make up, Polar Eyes further back, then towards the outside, Flying Winger as they race down towards the final 200 metres, and here's Surcharge building up, but he's now matched by Harlan County, further back in the field to Flying Winger, Surcharge in front, he's got a length over Harlan County, he's not throwing in the towel, but Surcharge too strong, off top weight, Surcharge won. Second to Harlan County, Kings County will run back in third, and then came Flying Winger.
Well, this is a very, very nice horse. And he went out 2-1 on Interbet, this horse. It would look like a very big price. He gave weight to everything, but he's shown that he's good enough to beat them all.
He ran in that big feature last time, that restricted series race.
Yes.
For 2 million or 2.5 million, and he was drawn in Toti.
Yes.
So it was a good run from where he finished. So to me, he looked the plump.
Well, he came from stone last in that race. He passed 10 horses last time. And he didn't get beaten up because there was no point. He just couldn't have got there. But he's a very, very, and this is third run after a rest. There's a lot to like about him. But Interbet, 2-1 was a huge price about him. We thought we'd show him. He's bred by Fontaine and owned by Ian van Skalkwyk, who's and Stewie Pettigrew done a wonderful job.
You give me the green light, isn't he?
Yeah, give me the green light. We're going to be back in a moment.
Best race time odds, transparency of betting markets, friendly and super efficient staff, the ability to negotiate odds, a full service tote with no limits, which is very important for exotic players, loyalty program, speedy withdrawal of funds, full odds, multiple betting, and excellent in-play markets. These are just some of the many reasons that come to mind as to why I believe, as a serious punter, there is no online operator in South Africa that can realistically come close to matching what Interbet has to offer. Put simply, there's no other site like it, and the ability to negotiate odds adds to my fun and enjoyment. Interbet, where the professionals bet.
Right, well, we're going to go on and have a look at current affairs, where we've got some fantastic racing from Cape Town. Really opened up the scene for the big season to see what's going on, and we'll talk about those races and all the news that we've got.
Right, welcome to Current Affairs, where the stakes racing was down in Cape Town, and I think 2 Group 2s and a Group 1, Grade 1 fillies, guineas down there. And Jim, some performances of note down there.
Oh, it was fantastic racing, and as usual, you're getting the best jockeys, best horses, best trainers. Justin Snaith, 5 winners on the day. He picks them out, that boy. He's very good on those big days.
Very good. He gets it right.
You know what got him right?
What's that?
Mike the Cock.
How did he get him right?
Mike the Cock one day said to him, I think he had 28 runners or something, and he said to him, Justin, takes a hell of a trainer to get 28-0, because I think he had no winners in 28 runs.
So he turned it around.
Justin has never forgotten it. So he gets him right, and good luck to him. They're a great stable, and certainly showed that they know what they're doing. We're going to have a look at the first one, which is Cape Merchants. Let's go and pick them up at 600.
Heartland. 500 metres left to go. In front, it's Sergeant Hardy. That leads the way. On the inside, we got Black Cat back. Then comes Surge Party. Al Mariachi up the middle is starting to tidy up nicely. Percival goes to the inside. Up the outside, we got Attenborough. They found across the track. Sergeant Hardy in front. Black Cat back is tackling him on the inside. Up the outside, we got Attenborough. Between runners, always in charge. Taken off. Silicon Valley flying. Black Cat back. Between runners there too, we've got Dutch Phillip flying. Silicon Valley over the top. Silicon Valley got there from Dutch Phillip in second. Along the inside of that lot, we had Always in Charge in third.
Well done to everyone concerned with Silicon Valley. James, I think Donovan Dillon rode it, and
Yes.
for Glenn.
For Anthony Delpeche, he's not well at the moment, and our condolences to him. We hope he gets...
Condolences?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I've got an idea what you mean.
Yeah, hope he gets better soon.
He's riding on the 10th.
He is riding on
He's
the 10th.
taking ride on the
Okay.
10th.
No, good for him.
James, the state of our sprinting game. Let's be objective about this. The 3-year-olds didn't threaten here. It's won by a 7-year-old JPEG. How good are our sprinters, James?
Well, I think this horse is a very good horse.
He's a good horse, but you know, is he JJ the Jet plane? We're the champion sprinters of yesteryear.
Well, we've had them. You know,
That's
and
right,
the
but where
thing
are
is
they now?
that you see Carry On Alice retired, and
That's right.
you know,
Well, all those
Tevez
champions-
has come to the end of his day.
Yeah.
But you find that there'll be horses that will come through. I think this horse Always in Charge is a very nice horse. I think that he'll win some races still.
Yeah, James, there's some good horses in here, but
Yeah.
superstar sprinters.
As far as the 3-year-olds, well, Al Mariachi, Dutch Phillip, Dutch Phillip didn't run a bad race.
He ran a very good race, but as I say, you put it into perspective when a 7-year-old gelding by JPEG is your quickest horse in Cape Town, and the others, you've got to have a look at it and say, whoa, where are they going? Where are they coming through? The 3-year-olds flopped.
You see, I think we have a problem here when you talk about the top horses, because every year top horses leave this country, go to Dubai, go to Hong Kong, go to all over the place. As soon as they show a little bit of ability.
Yeah.
So we do lose them, and we might have lost a couple of sprinters. But
Yeah.
let's get away from this horse, Silicon Valley. He's a 7-year-old. He's had 20 starts. Okay, he's won 6 of them. So he's won 30% of his starts. He's run 6 seconds and 3/3.
Has any horse got a 50% win rate here?
And
It's not easy, James, but in the old days, those top sprinters, I know I'm banging the drum here. I just want to see better horses come through. The last year, that Toreador of Sean Terry's won 2 Group 1s. He looked to be the best sprinter. He's had 2 runs back and hasn't won. I don't know where are these national colours. And
you'll find that Mike Miller stepped out one yesterday.
all right, but well done. We're not detracting from it. Well done to
I think Glenn Puller done a marvellous
job
with
and a
this
great
horse.
ride.
Really good job.
Timing to perfection. Then, James, we went on to the Fillies Guineas.
Fillies Guineas.
You know what? Just before we watch this race, a lot of people had said to me, and maybe you as well, that it had won very well this winner last time, but the runner-up was the second favourite in the betting. It was a false run race, and it was off the pace, and it ran on when it was over, and this was to set the record straight.
Exactly. Well, that was the point of this race, is that now you find that there was no excuses. Last time it did get a soft lead, and you thought, well, maybe, the Magical Wonderland was a bit unlucky. A Lady in Black, Group 1 winner in Durban. This will be a proper race. It turned out to be a proper race, but this filly is a proper filly. This filly absolutely won in a canter, and she's got to be the best filly around.
James, in a little way, is good. Go back to horse like Empress Club, something like that. When you win races like this, when you've been wound down and you're well clear, it reminded me of Empress Club.
Well, you're now talking about greats. Let's see where this filly goes, because Empress Club was probably in the top 5 greatest fillies that ever raced in this country.
No doubt, no doubt. She was brilliant. But this filly has really got me sitting up and taking notice, because unless the rest of them in time are turned out to be mediocre, they're Group 1 winners behind.
Yeah.
She slaughtered them.
She's a Captain Al out of a Joshua Dancer mare, Chieveley bred, 2 million she cost. So it wasn't like she must
James,
have been.
is there a stamina doubt coming into it? Won the mile comfortably enough.
You would think there must
so.
be.
Joshua
I would think
Dancer, Captain Al.
Yeah, but the way she won, she does turn it on. I thought Fade Herb was brilliant on her too. He's such a good rider.
Top
when
rider.
he's on form, boy, he's on proper
Yeah, he's as
form.
good as anybody when he's on form.
Yeah.
As good.
And he's a good horseman too. And
Yeah.
I think the saddle slipped on it a little bit. It was a very, very good win. But let's go and pick him up at the start and show you one of the best
Snow
Fillies
Dance.
Guineas ever.
Completes the lineup. Set. All clear. Racing in the World Sports Betting Fillies Guineas from that 1600. Oh, Susanna was a little bit slow off the mark, and she's slotting into the back of the field. Snow Dance began quickly. There goes Princess Peach off looking for the lead. Up there with the speed 2, we got Elusive Heart. Then comes Too Fat to Fly. Midnight Moonlight is pushing forward on the outside of runners, and so too Lanark, who's going to sit up handy. They being followed next in running by Silver Thursday, Fresnay, Rock and Russian deep on the outside of runners. Then comes Via Seattle. Magical Wonderland is being followed by Lady in Black. Further back in running we got Rings and Things. Then it's Love Supreme. Oh, Susanna back, one from last, and Rose in Bloom has dropped to the tail of the field, and a good 14 lengths cover the field. Through the middle of the bend, 800 metres left to go, and Lanark has come forward to lead the way by 2 lengths. Princess Peach in second, Midnight Moonlight in third, Snowdance gonna corner in fourth. They being followed by Silver Thursday. Then comes Fresnay, Too Fat to Fly, Lady in Black. Via Seattle is being followed by Rock and Russian, Magical Wonderland. They being followed next by Rose in Bloom. Further back we got Rings and Things. Love Supreme whoops them in as they straighten up. In the World Sports betting fillies, guineas, 450 metres left to go. Lanark is the one in front. Snowdance is quick to move up, and she draws alongside. She takes the lead and kicks for home. On the chase we've got Fresnay. Down the inside we got Rose in Bloom. Up the outside we've got Magical Wonderland. But Snowdance, with 200 metres left to go, has kicked clear in the World Sports betting fillies, guineas, and she's got them at her mercy. Snowdance gears down to an easy victory. She wins the fillies, guineas as she likes. Oh, Susanna flies up. That one involved in a photo on the inside with Fresnay. Then came Lady in Black.
Well, we've just seen a superstar, James, and I think that Justin Snaith is going to be so excited having this horse with him. But he got the streetcar filly, the runner-up, Oh Susanna, who was stone last, going the right trip.
That's going to excite him more, because he's
right.
looking at the Paddock Stakes now and saying, oh, Susanna for the Paddock Stakes, you know, which is 1,800. He'll never run this filly in the. I wouldn't go further than a mile with this filly. I think that she's a proper miler.
Proper.
And she certainly is the queen at this stage.
At the queen. She was let down in one, but the runner-up was a sparkling run by the daughter of Streetcar. So well done to Justin. Well done, of course, to the owners as well. Jack and Gaynor, they've got a superstar.
Gaynor ran first, second, third, and fourth. I think the two of them were involved in the first 4 horses. Lady in Black ran fourth. Gaynor ran second and third. And you know, when she's starting to put together pedigrees like this on her farm with the stallions she's got, you know, Trippy and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. And you've got to take your hat off to the whole team. They look like they're doing a wonderful job.
They are. Yeah.
We then move on to the Greenpoint Stakes, and when you see the best milers around and a couple of horses prepping, you've got to now shift through it and see who's who, where, and why. And
That's right.
What did you make of this race?
I thought he retained his crown as an unbeaten miler. I thought it was a great job by Sean Terry. He got him ready for this race. You know, a couple of horses he sent down before haven't fired this season, but this proved it was right. A great ride by Arthur Marcus. The pair of horses I thought from Brett Crawford ran cracking good races. And I was speaking to Arthur Marcus at the Gallops this morning. He said he's definitely a horse on the up. Edict Nant's going the right way. He knows the horse, but Legal Eagle is still king.
I think the Queen's Place is going to be fun to see these two again, because
Marin
as he
Oresco.
says, Edict Nant is improving. Okay, Marin Oresco obviously getting prepped up.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. And then the Met is going to be more fun because it's a weight for age. So you've got the weight for age Queen's Plate and the weight for age Met. And obviously the best horses will win those races, because that's always what happens in weight for age races.
Yeah.
So
let's go have a look at this, Jim, because it's a success, of course, for the ownership.
Yeah.
You know, great job by the Eusters and Derek Brookman. 1 and 2 in a big race and 2 superstars.
Yeah.
Eagle second. Edict of Nantes creeps closer. Sails south. Gold Standard also starts to make a move. They being followed by Our Mate Art and Copperforce whoop them in as they straighten up in the World Sports betting Greenpoint Stakes. 450 metres left to go. Captain America says, come and catch me if you can. Leads the way by 2. Legal Eagle is now in hot pursuit up the middle. Down the inside we got Edict of Nantes. Sails south gets going. Then we find on the outside Gold Standard. In front we've got Captain America. Here comes Legal Eagle up the outside. Edict of Nantes taken off on the inside. It's Eagle of Edict of Nantes coming at Legal Eagle, but Legal Eagle's going to make it back-to-back wins. Legal Eagle shows his class from Edict of Nantes. Captain America, Gold Standard, sailed south. Behind that we had I'll make
Yeah, very good run. Mayfair Speculators got to be proud. But James, the Trippy Entire in fourth, gold standard, a good run.
I thought the first four ran very, very good races. I thought that they're all looking like they're going for other races, except Legal, including him. He's going for the Queen's Plate.
Yeah.
Editor of Nance, the Derby winner.
Very good horse.
Would the Met be his big aim?
Absolutely. There's no
Will he
doubt.
run in the Queen's
Yeah,
Plate?
of course he's got to get in that scrum.
Yeah.
He's a top horse and he's proved he can run with them. And Striker's got a little bit of a...
He's got a bead on Anton.
He's got a beat on him now. So it'll be luck of the draw, luck in running, but very good horse. But well done to Sean Terry. He kept the unbeaten miler on top.
Exactly. Fantastic job. And as we know, Pippa bred it and...
Oh yeah, Avon Tour.
Listen, you don't mention them. They've been big
Well,
trouble.
big trouble. You don't mention Pippa.
Okay.
Well done to Avon Tour and Pippa and the boys.
Okay. Let's move on. We're going to go and have a look at our horse from the Magic Million sale. Let's go and see what we got. Silent
The
Starship.
graduate. Yeah, Silent Starship's our Magic Millions graduate this week. And Silent Starship is by Star Spangled Banner out of a reduced choice mare, and they bought for $28,000.
Yeah,
But well done.
Just shows you can go and buy them for $30,000 and win $1 million races.
That's
in,
right.
Australia. Talking about sales, obviously, I'm selling all my stuff.
Yeah, no, what's the story there, Jones? Let the public know. When you say you're selling all this stuff, you're selling your horses, your tack, your equipment, everything.
The whole bang shooting match. I'm retiring. You know, Lef, I'm 65, man. And
You don't look
I've
at
got
that.
to
You look
retire.
about 70.
Yeah.
But well done. You must have been 65 once.
Yeah, but you see, the weather's got the better of me, and that's hot, blazing sun in the sun all day.
Yeah.
You know, working my backside off, playing golf, all these things. And what am I going to do?
Is the catalogue out for you? So you're going to play golf?
Catalogue's out. We got the front page of the catalogue, 16th of December, and there it is. Kilimanjaro Racing, obviously, which is the stables that owns all the equipment and that, and the partners in all the horses. There are 25 horses, and there are another 40 lots of 35 lots of equipment: hay racks, buckets, bridles, saddles, and that big horse walker that I've got out there, you know, which is easily movable. It comes from New Zealand. That goes on the sale too. So.
Well,
It's going to be a sad,
well for you.
sad time. It's not easy for me, I must tell you.
It might not be permanent. You're still a guys just on the right side of handsome. You might be able to get guys back into training.
No. The only job I'd ever accept is a private job. That I would accept.
Never say never.
Yeah, but I'm not going
Never
out.
say never.
I'm not going out there and trying to look for owners anymore, and I can't do that. I'm actually past it now.
Okay, what other news we got?
I'm past begging people.
Past begging,
I'm a bottom feeder, and I've got to beg people for horses. It's no good. Doesn't work.
Jim, sad news about Torridor.
Yes.
I spoke to Anton about it. You know, he'd come down sort of just on the base of his tail, and that was basically the end of it. And he's been a very good stallion. You know, the sprint for the year last year in and year out, he's given us Group 1 winners. He was a very good racehorse. Yeah. And it's a sad day that we lose him.
It's a wonderful story that how they got Torridor, how Larry and Bernard got Torridor. They had another horse that they got from Coolmore that had a collie cop. It was a big chestnut horse. We don't need to mention its name anyway.
Okay.
And what happened was it wasn't disclosed that it had Collicop. So Larry said, "Listen, you know, you've got to replace the horse."
Yeah.
So they said, Coolmore, you know, being the people that they are, they said, "Well, okay, we got one of these four. Pick out which one you want. You can have it."
And they got Torridor.
They got Torridor, and he's been fantastic.
He's a good racer, short head away from winning the Group 1. I've always bought Torridors.
They're lovely horses.
Good looking
they're fast,
horses. They're strong.
They're strong, beautiful. So that's a terrible loss. Really, really sad loss. And talking about losses, Cambridge Stud, Sir Patrick and Justine Hogan in New Zealand are selling the whole stud, lock, stock and barrel.
Jeez, and that's a move, because James, I went down and saw the stud. We organised it, Phil George had organised us all to go over to watch the rugby finals, and we went down to it. A beautiful stud, you know, Sir Tristram's, and there's legends.
You didn't go into Sir Tristram's paddock?
I went in all of them, James, went right round,
you
we had lunch
because
there.
he would have eaten you, yeah, he was a man-eater.
No, I didn't go in it, you know, I saw him from, as Bette Midler would say, from a distance. But...
then he produced Zabeel.
Yeah,
you see,
correct. James, who bought it?
The two people from New Zealand, which is very interesting, Brendan and Joe Lindsay. They've got Lindsay Stables, not to be mistaken for Lindsay Park. Lindsay
Yes.
Stables in New Zealand. They're very, very successful new people in the business. They've had a Group 1 winner already in Australia. But the interesting thing about Cambridge Stud, they produced 8 Melbourne Cup winners.
Wow.
4 Cox Plate winners.
Wow.
And you know, everyone said that they produce a lot of stayers. They even produced a Golden Slipper winner. So
Great stud.
what a great stud, and what a nice
What's
man.
Sir Patrick going to
Hogarth.
do now?
Sir Patrick, he's going to be like me. We're going to go
Play golf together.
We're on pension.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pensioners. We go and stand in the queue. And
Sir
get our
Patrick
money.
and Sir Jimbo. Yeah, that'll be great.
Well,
eh?
you know what? It might not be long before I get my knighthood. You know, that's not on. It's on the cards.
It's on the cards, James.
Yeah, it's on the cards.
Just talking about on the cards, we've got the Everest coming up. It's a big race with it's going to be $28 million in the day. But the Cigar Mile is a build-up to it, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that was won by Sharp Azteca. You know Sharp Azteca? He's never won a Group 1. He ran second in the Breeders' Cup Mile Dirt.
Okay.
And he's trained by a friend of ours, Jorge Navarro.
Okay, the
Yeah.
Scottish guy.
Yeah, and he won the Cigar Mile. He's now going for the Pegasus. It's the same day as the Met, 27th of January. So what a day's racing. We're going to watch the Met all day and then watch this Pegasus all night because we normally get
Who's
to
he
see
by
it.
Freud?
By Freud. You know who Freud is?
I don't know the stallion. I just know he's related to...
Yeah, he's Giant's Causeway's full brother.
Yeah.
Full brother, Freud. So it just shows you he's producing these dirt horses in America, and this is his 4th Group 1 winner, Freud.
Okay,
So
doing
he
it,
stands in New York. So it's a good idea to ship your mare to New York if you're standing in America.
Yeah.
But it's a big week coming up, obviously, and thank God we don't have rugby to watch. It will be actually we've got the sevens. We can watch the sevens.
Yeah,
that will
so
be fun.
where in the world are they now?
They're going. I think they go to Cape Town, don't they?
Of course,
Cape
correct.
Town.
Cape Town,
Sevens.
hometown. They got beat last year.
Thank God for Raymond. Yeah, England beat us. Can you believe we allowed those Pomps to beat us?
They've got a guy there who's got about 270 tries.
Yeah.
Norton.
Yeah,
It looks like he's on a Norton
he's a
when he
bit
gets
quick.
that ball.
He's a bit quick, that boy Norton.
Yeah, he's a little bit quick, yeah. But they're good, our team, and they won it again, so good luck to them. So,
Yeah.
Jim, it'd be interesting talking about the KZN Summer Challenge races.
Yeah, let's wrap it and come back with a chapter challenge. We're going to be telling you all about the concept and show you exactly what happens with it. Right, well, let's talk to you about the chapter challenge. We have so many inquiries as to what this is all about. And the chapter challenge is a phenomenal concept to give horses that are good runners over a 6-month period a chance to earn a big stake, a 200 grand stake.
Yeah, it's very good, James. It benefits owners, jockeys, trainers, as you said at the outset of the show. And it's a system that it's good because if a trainer gets a horse to get the most points, they get the loot as well.
Well, that's the second prize, is that the horse that earns the most points in the sort of 5-month build-up, okay, between sort of August and November, that gets a prize, I think, of about 28,000 rand the trainer gets, okay?
And then
the second and third also
second
get
and third,
prizes.
they all get, it's something you can work out, you can follow the log.
Yeah.
But so, James, what happens is everyone pre-enters.
Yes.
The horses up to a certain merit rating, so it's...
No, you can, yeah, but you can enter anything.
Yes, but I hear where you're at, but the point I'm trying to make is that if you don't pre-enter,
You don't get 7 points.
don't get the points up front. So
You start with 7 points if you pre-enter.
pre-enter. So you get your 7 points, and you only get your points in handicaps.
Only in handicaps, not plate races, conditions races, maiden plates,
Nothing.
pinnacles, only in handicaps.
Handicap. So you get your points and you start accumulating. Yeah. And then what I do like about it, James, is they've got 3 different distances. They're basically 1200, 1600 and 10 furlong.
Yes.
So you can get your horses ready for that. And people look forward to it. The jockeys look forward to it because they try to pick up a good rider. And it's a good stake. Can be won with the horse who's got a mirror in a 64. He gets 200 grand.
Well, I must tell you, there's people that have been very good at it. You know, Tony Rivelin's very good at getting horses, and we'll see him winning one. But let's go and have a look at the first one, the 1200 meter, and see the prize giving afterwards, and show you what a nice concept this whole thing is.
To the outside. Centre the Tiger coming to the 400. Damasio's there. Freddie Flint, Piano Man. Miss Volicious on the outside. Amazon King. Centre the Tiger. Damasio. Miss Volicious. Piano Man's on the inside, and Constantine starts to run on. Panzer's on the outside. Damasio. Miss Volicious running a big race. Amazon King on the outside. Vane Kelder's running late. Constantine and Miss Volicious. Damasio on the inside. Vane Kelder becomes electrified. Be with Vane Kelder from Damasio. Constantine third, and Miss Volicious ran fourth.
Well, we've seen the running of the first KZN Summer Challenge races. This is the 1200 final. We've got Director of Gold Circle, Mr. Koos de Klerk, who's going to come and hand out the mementos. We'll start with the winning trainer, Tony Rivelin, the winning trainer. He won't be a moment. He's just talking to his clients. Oh, here we go. He got the message. Well done, Robbie.
Thanks, Lev.
He's a good horse, this.
I think he's come on now. He's learned. I think we've also learned, don't try and make him stay.
Yeah.
6 furlong up the straight, he's unbeaten. And I think that's what we'll do, just keep him fresh and run him 1200 and sprints, you know.
I commented on him that I thought he looked very well. Then I saw where he was in the race. I thought, well, forget about him. He can't win.
Then left, I said to Manda, that's the way he runs. You leave him alone early. The trouble is they started to all come onto that inside rail, and that's what worried me. Big striding horse. If you get a check just when you're asking him, you're not going to win, you know. But well done to Mandla. He didn't panic. I told him not to panic. Have faith in the horse. He's always won like that. If you saw him at Gravel the other day, he must have been 5 lengths behind the second to last horse turning for home in a good field. He can really quicken up. Well done to the breeders. Andrew Bond keeps telling me I should be running him over 2 miles, but I've learned that doesn't work, even though his full brother does that. And so well done to them. And of course the partnership, wonderful that Mary, Arthur Potts, who's not been well in hospital, I'm delighted for him. I'm sure it'll cheer him up. And Clint and Gary Cummings, who never pitched, and myself, I got a small squeak in him too.
Excellent. Well, Koos has got a memento for you. Winning trainer is Tony Riveland. We've got the winning jockey coming in, and that's Mandla. Mandla and Thuli, come on in, let's face the cameras. You have to really wait on this horse, eh?
Yes, I mean, he's a horse with a big action, and he likes it when you just wait on him and allow him to get into his stride, and he'll let you know when he wants to go. So I just waited behind them patiently, and as soon as the gap opened, I just went for a run.
Quicken up beautifully.
Yes, he quickens up very, very nicely. I mean, I think he'll turn out to be a good horse, this horse. I think there's still many more big races to come with him, and I'm really grateful for Mr. Riveland and his honours to keep me on this horse. I really appreciate it.
There we go. Well done. Congratulations. There's Koos de Klerk giving the winning rider, Mandla and Thuli. And then we've got the winning owners here. Who is coming down? Mary and Kling are coming. Come in here. Well done, guys. Come in the middle, next to the board. I'll start with you, Mary. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A very good race.
No, it's a very good run. Thanks to Tony and Mondler. He rode a perfect race,
That's right.
which was great. He listened to Tony, who told him to take his time,
Yeah.
And
wait.
And wait. Yes, that's right.
Kling?
Anyway, I'm happy for them, for their partners.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yes, that's right.
Kling, you like your Coholds. You've always had a soft spot for them.
I have, and Tony loved this horse at the sale, and when I had a good look at him, I thought I can't miss out on him. It took a while to figure out what trip, because his full brother wins over a mile and a half a couple of times, but he loves this course, and he clearly runs for Mandla. But just a quick word to Arthur Potts. He hasn't been well, had an op, but I believe he's on the mend, so really fantastic to hear that. And Gary pulled a hammy at the last minute.
I see that Gary's on the bench.
That's his normal. He's still on the bench. But it was wonderful to have a winner with Mary. And just well done to everybody. And Tony, well done to Tony.
There we go. Mary, the winning owners, as we say, Gary Cummings, Kling Larson, Arthur Potts, Tony Riveland, and of course Mary Lally.
Well, there you go. What's fantastic is that two of the big owners in KwaZulu-Natal, great supporters, end up winning these races.
Yes.
And, you know, Mary and Kling. What's it
Well, I got a
Kling?
message from him once. His name's C-L-I-N-T.
Yeah.
But his secretary had put a G instead of a T on the end. So he's been called Kling since then. Don't make mistakes like that. So it's Kling Larson.
Not with you around. Anyway, we move on to the mile. That was the next one. And same thing. The horses that earn the most points get into the race. Let's go and see what happened in the mile.
The top of the lane, 500 to go. St. Marco, Vientos between runners. Warfarers on the outside, one-man show. Techno Captain coming to the 300-meter marker. Viento runs a big race on the outside. Crime Victims coming forward. Warfarers on the outside. Viento struck the front at the 200-meter marker. St. Marco from off the speed is charging through. Down the inside, running on Crime Victim. St. Marco, Viento's on the outside and Crime Victim. St. Marco getting up from Viento. Crime Victim third. Fangia ran fourth. One-man show, Warfarer, Techno Captain, Reactive.
Well, we've seen the 2000 final for the KZN Summer Challenge. And we thank Koos de Klerk, a director, for coming down to do the honours. And it's gone to St. Marco, trained by Garth Puller. And I was just speaking to you, Garth, the owners unfortunately aren't here.
No, they're in Mauritius. Great supporters of the stable, and I had two horses in the race, and I thought they'd both run well. He was well in at the weights. I thought he was unlucky last time. He got crossed twice to one-man show, so he was a lively runner, and he came through and brought the goods. And I'd just like to thank Albert and Joanne, and this one's for Leo, their son.
Fantastic.
I think it's his horse.
There we go. Well, Koos has got you a winning memento for your trainer, Garth Puller. Garth, we will give you the owner's memento after we've done the jockey.
And I'd just like to thank Hollywood for their support, and Michael and the guys back at home. Without them, we couldn't be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, here comes the winning rider. Well done, Ant. Come on in. Horse picked them off nicely.
Yes, it did, Mr. Lafam. It was a good win. It was they set a good pace out there, which helped him. And they kicked off and he won nicely.
Excellent. And have you any more rides today?
I got one more ride in the 9th race also for Mr. Pula.
What a chance.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a chance. I mean, first time going the mile, but I think the mile will suit him better.
Excellent. Well, there we go. One of our directors, Koos de Klerk, has got winning memento for Ant Magudwa. Well done to Ant.
Well, there you go. And then we go back to the mile. That was the 1950, 2000, but on the inside course we run 1950. Then we go back to the mile, and this was a very interesting race because Zen Arcade got into this race by virtue of the fact that it had been pre-entered and there wasn't a full field.
Yes.
If there had been a full field, he wouldn't have got into this race. Now, he was the good thing, the horse was the right horse in that, but he'd travelled to Joburg 3 or 4 weeks before.
When I did the preview of this race, James, I'd been speaking to people throughout the day on what they thought would happen. There were only 2 3-year-olds, and Riker got scratched, so he was a 3-year-old. He was drawn out at 11. He had top weight. He was going to trip for the first time. These were the detractors saying it's all against him. These harder hitting horses, older horses, would have his number, and that's how it fell into place. He ran a good race.
Yeah, he ran a very good race. When you watch the race, that's why I mention it, because I think you've got to watch the race. Seattle Skyline, the Mamba in Seattle, well, you know what, 10 Dreyer, needs the cash, so I'm glad he won it.
Needs the money,
He's got to get some money, and Sean Veal, he'll get every pound he can get, so let's go and see what the headmaster did here.
Coming to the final 500, Baltic Amber by 1 length. Admiral's Guest is driven out towards the inside second. Eden Garden Glitz trying to come forward towards the inside. Seattle Skyline. Gingerbread Man. Zen Arcade looking to the outside, 5 off. Baltic Amber, Admiral's Guest at the 200-meter marker. Seattle Skyline, Zen Arcade's getting into it late on the outside, but down the inside, Seattle Skyline lifts, and Seattle Skyline to win. Admiral's Guest second, Baltic Amber in a photo with Zen Arcade, and then Gingerbread Man.
Well, the last of our KZN Summer Challenge finals. This is over 1,600 metres. It's gone to Seattle Skyline, trained by Dennis Dreyer and represented by Stewie Ferry. Stewie, well done.
Yeah, like you summed it up, you look for Mr. Consistency, he was him, you know. Yeah. So, and, you know, he's been showing good work at home, and like you say, he's had the form, and I'm glad he got one home in the Chapter Challenge for us.
Yeah,
so.
Very nice to get a little stake like this.
Yeah, no, good luck to Bruce. You know, he's had a few horses and he's done, you know, very well. So good luck to him, and obviously well done to Dennis. And lucky for Sean to come back from Cape Town and have a winner for us.
There we go. Course has got a memento to the winning trainer, Dennis Dreyer. Well done. Winning riders here, Sean Veal. Well done, Sean. Shortest route home.
Yes, Mr. Left, shortest route home. I thought they were going to close him up on the rail, and everything worked out in my favour. He broke smartly, had him in a nice position, and he quickened up and won a good race. I just had to make sure that I hold him up a little bit, because I rode him once before in a mile and he wasn't ready for it. And today, well done to Stu and his team here. They're flying the flag. There's a couple of seconds for Stu in the last month, so I'm just grateful to win him this race, To the boss, once again, thanks for the opportunity. We were a bit unlucky yesterday in the fillies guineas. We could have run second or third, but it doesn't matter. We go back to the drawing boards. I'm just glad that this was won today, so it gives Stu and Lee something to smile about.
There we go. Well done. Course has got the winning rider, Sean Veal.
And just one last thing, thanks to the owner for giving my boss the opportunity to train for him, and to the boss and his wife in Cape Town. This one's for them.
Right, we're about to hand out the KZN Summer Challenge Series winners, and we'll start off. I see Cookie's come through already. Come through, Cookie, and have a chat. You came second with your horse, Master of Mistress. Well done.
Thanks very much, Paul. He's such an honest horse, and he tries his hardest every time he comes to the race course. So it's a great incentive from Gold Circle, and I just want to say thank you very much for putting on an incentive like this. It makes us all want to run our horses often and quick, and to try and get this kind of bonus incentive.
Well done, Cooks.
Thank you so much.
Course has got it for you. Wendy came second with Master of Mischief, 23 points. In third place, we're going to bring Arvin van Vaken. Arvin, come and have a chat. You've run third with Panzer. Well done.
Thank you, Mr. Leff. Panzer is always a good campaigner for us.
Yeah. He always tries. He always comes running on strongly.
Yeah, I always I expect a better race today, but
yeah.
That's racing.
That's racing.
Yeah.
Well done, Arvin. There we go. Course has got something for you. And that was Panzer on 22 points. And just getting a photo with Ivan. And the winner this year was Alison Wright and Mumsy's Jet. The Wrights aren't here today, so we're going to give them their envelope. But Mumsy's Jet did win it, and they are our winners for the competition this time.
Right, well, now you understand the concept. There's two competitions in it. One for the chapter challenge at the end, and one for the trainers who run their horses the most and accumulate the most points. You get 28 grand, which is more than, it's like winning 4 maiden plates or 5 maiden plates.
No, it's wonderful. You can see how chuffed Cookie hit the nail on the head when she discussed it, how it makes you look for races and run your horses. And as you say, these horses aren't going to have many 200 grand races out there for them.
Yeah, Gold Circle Initiative, it's unbelievable what they've put together here, and we're very proud of it. And so hopefully those of you out there who ask the questions now know how this whole thing's run, because it's
pre-enter.
Yeah, pre-enter, and they start the entries again for January, I think at the beginning of January for the next 6 months. And then they have the chapter challenge finals in June. Yeah. And you can accumulate points, and it's open to anyone. It doesn't matter.
If you're sitting fourth, James, in a couple of meetings, because you were unlucky.
Yeah.
You had 2 lightning meetings.
Two meetings cancelled for lightning that I had that filly fashion talk in.
She was up with the leaders.
21 points. She was,
So you got to make sure the weather's good. But it makes you look at it and say, I'm going to run this horse again, because I've run him in the placings here. I'll go to second on the log, which is like 20 grand or whatever you.
Yeah. Trainers need the money, and on top of that, we need, now it's out there, people might show more interest and understand the excitement that it creates. And that's a fantastic initiative.
Great concept.
For guys with a horse that's a merit rated 60 or whatever, and you think to yourself, maybe I can win a couple of races in the next 6 months with this horse. Put him in, see if you can plan your programming right, and see if you can get there and win it.
Yeah.
So that's a chapter challenge. Next week, we're going to be talking to Michelle Nerak about lots of things that are going on in Gold Circle, all good news. We look forward to seeing you then. Until then, have a great week's racing.
Your world of winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.